All right, so we are working with these two forms today. This form helps us easily identify the vertex, and then we will graph from there. This form shows us the x-intercepts, and we will use those to graph. So depending on what form it is, it's going to decide how we graph. Now, what's the difference between these two? What's one difference that you see, that I see here? What's in this equation?
Squared.
And what's not in this equation?
Squared.
Right, this is really factored form. It's got two factors in it, two binomials. This is not, this is squared, okay? And this you can see a shift with h and k. So let's start with vertex form. It's really just shifting. It's y equals, I'm just rewriting it down here.
Is that the formula?
Yeah, it's right here. So, if you get an equation like this, you have to recognize it that it's in vertex form. Here's the h, here's the k, right? And you should easily be able to pull out the vertex, but before we do that, let's talk about which way did this parabola move. Okay, the 3 made it do what?
Over
To the right, and made it move to the right 3, didn't it? And the 5 made it do what?
Go down.
Go down 5. Just want you to keep that in mind, the shifting. Now, I can also, based on h and k, write the vertex. What is the vertex?
3, -5.
It is 3, because that's a minus and that's a minus already. So that has to be a positive 3. And then -5. So I pull the vertex out and I plot that point. 3, -5. Over 3, down 5. There's the vertex. Easy enough. The other thing I can do now is I can draw the axis of symmetry. X equals 3. Once I have the vertex, I need one more point. How can I get one more point?
Plug in.
Plug a number in. I don't think you can use slope because it's not a straight line. So it's a parabola, right? So if I pick any number in, I'll just pick 1. Let's just plug 1 in for x.
3. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not quite, almost. Let's put. It's okay. 1 minus 3 squared minus 5. 1 minus 3 is -2. Squared is what? 4, half of that? 2 minus 5. So let's plot that point. Over 1, down 3. Can I get another point now? By doing what? Yeah, it's 2 away from the axis of symmetry, so I go this side, and I got my point. Now, on a test or quiz, you know that this parabola has to do what? Open up. So if you end up with a point below the vertex, you got a problem. You better redo it, okay? So, graph it, and you're all set. It's all about using the vertex and the axis of symmetry and just graphing that. That's what it is when it's in this form. Easy to graph, okay? All right. Instead of writing that all out, can you just tell me what the vertex is in this particular problem? What is it? -2, -3. Because the original is a minus. You see it?
That's true.
Okay. So let's plot that. -2, -3 is right here. Is this going to open up or down? Up. It's just kind of something you keep in mind. There's my axis of symmetry, which is x equals -2. How do I get another point? Plug anything in. Let's plug 1 in. I know it opens up. Just keeping that in mind. I'm going to plug 1 in. When I plug 1 in, I get 6. Okay? So I'm going to plot that point. Over 1, up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can just go to the other side of the axis of symmetry. 3 over, 3 over. So you're using the vertex. finding one other point and graphing it. Vertex form. Cool?
Cool.
Flip it over. We got more.
Will there ever be a test where you don't have a no calculator?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Otherwise, I'm going to have an issue.
Okay, intercept form. Shh, this is really factored form or intercept form. Can you remember when we did this back in whenever you did this before? The intercepts are the solutions, right? The factors give you the solutions, the x-intercepts. This is factored form. It gives you the intercepts. P and Q are the intercepts. Okay, P and Q are the intercepts. This one's kind of yucky, so let's start with this one. Is it easy to identify the intercepts here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what are they? 4 and -1. Because, see, 4 went in, it's got to be a positive 4. In order for that to be minus, this has to be -1.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. X-intercepts are 4 and -1. They're not an ordered pair. Don't make them an ordered pair. Don't put anybody do it. Put parentheses around it. Careful. It's tempting. Jess.
What if we say that whatever the sign is, we can just take it on?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. All right, over 4 and here. There's my intercepts. I'm going to plot them. So this is real easy now. I need to find the vertex. Anybody have any ideas how I can find the vertex? What do I start with? Think about it. I want everybody to think about it. I know some people know. It was in your homework last time. Part of it. I have to find the halfway point here. Is that what you were going to say, Michael? Gotta find the halfway point.
That's what I said.
It's real easy. You might be able to count, or you can just add your 2 intercepts together and divide them by 2.
Oh, that's how.
The average.
Or you just.
So that's my axis of symmetry right there, 3 halves. So you just kind of go between 1 and 2. And you know that your vertex is on that point. This is the x-coordinate of your vertex. So how do you find the y-coordinate?
Plug it in.
You plug it into your initial equation. Okay? So my goal here is to find the vertex. I know the x-coordinate is 3 halves. I need to find the y. So y equals 2 times 3 halves minus 4. Or you can make it 1.5, which is actually what I did. Plug it on your calculator, and you get negative 12.5. Now this only goes to 8. So let's just go down here. Which way is it supposed to open? Up. So we're safe, right? It does open up, and we can just connect them now.
Why do you have to go all the way up?
It's a parabola, it goes forever. So again, here you find the intercepts, you find the halfway in between, and then you find the y-coordinate or the minimum, okay? Okay, not done yet. Shh, it gets a little bit trickier, but not bad. What form is this in? I heard it already, yeah, I know some people know, but it's in factored form, it's in intercept form. Let me rewrite it so you can see it a different way. Shh, take a look. I can tell you there's a problem just like this on that test ultimately. I'll tell you that right now. If I rewrite it like this, that negative is the -1. correct? The negative out front is just like multiplying by -1. Yes?
Yes.
This x is by itself. It is a factor. You could say it's -0. It's just x. It's a factor. And then you have x minus 4. You don't have to write it out like that, but just for the, initial learning part of it. So now what are my intercepts? Can you tell me?
0 and 0.
X-intercepts are 0 and -4. Plot them.
Why is it negative 4?
Yeah.
Just checking to see if you guys are paying attention.
Oh.
0 and 4. Is it really easy to find the halfway point? You don't really have to do the work. It's just here, so let's just draw this line. Okay, so what is the x-coordinate of my vertex? 2. The x-coordinate of my vertex is 2.
Oops, I read it.
So now I have to find the y-coordinate. So I just plug it into my equation. Y equals -2 and then 2 minus 4. What's my y-coordinate? Now stop. Is this supposed to open up or down?
Down.
Does this point make sense? Yes, it does. Over 2, up 4. Okay? We're good. That's a lovely parabola I drew there.
Mine are like
This
Barbie.
one is really gross.
Dude, you want to see mine? I don't even
This
try.
one's just like crooked. This one's pretty.
Okay, let's apply this. Are you ready? It's kind of like that warm-up problem. If an object is propelled straight upward from Earth. Oh, by the way, I went to see Gravity on Friday. It was good. I loved it in 3D. I thought it was great. Did you see it in 3D? All right, if an object is propelled straight upward from Earth at an initial velocity of 80 feet per second, its height after t seconds is given by this function right here, where t is the time in seconds after the object is propelled, and h is the object's height in feet. So let's talk about this. If I draw a picture of what's happening here, I got an object. It's being propelled into space somewhere. It's coming down. Can anybody tell me how long was it in flight? And you can from the equation.
Trajectory.
You can tell from the equation how long it was in flight. Because, no,
I lied.
that's in intercept form. What are the two intercepts from that equation? Can you tell?
5 and -16.
No.
5 and 1.
5 is one of them, but what's the other one? 0 and 5.
So 2 and a half.
All right, when height is 0, well, let's look at it. Let's look at it like this. It's in intercept form. If I write it like this,
Wait, it was in the air for 5 seconds.
t minus 5. Look at, that's like me up here, what I did up here. See, it's in intercept form. 0 and 5. So it's, how long is it in flight?
5.
5 seconds. If you just think about it, the intercepts represent the time, the solutions, the whatever, however you want to look at it. It's in flight for 5 seconds. Okay, I need to know the highest point. Hey, that's easy to find. You know why? If I cut this in half, what is t here? 2.5. So the x-coordinate of my vertex is 2.5. The y-coordinate is the answer to this problem, the maximum height. So what do I do to get it? Plug in 2.5 to the equation. H of 2.5, 2.5 is the food, it's going into the function, equals -16 times 2.5 and 2.5 minus 5. You could put this in parentheses too, it's fine. When you do that, when after 2.5 seconds, you're going to be at 100 feet. Isn't that cool? It's like physics. Anybody taking physics right now? Oh, you'll be doing this stuff in physics.
That's if you don't have to take it.
Okay, almost done. Shh. Hey, what's standard form? No, that's the line. Is this in standard form? No, it's in what form? Intercept form. So we got to multiply it out and make it look like that. You start by foiling. Yay!
I like how Justin.
This is foiling. If you're not solid with foiling, make sure you practice today. And then you distribute the 3. And you got it in standard form. Yep. You have to do it so it looks like this form. Has to be in standard form. Okay. Now here, this is in what form? What's the vertex? -8, 35, right? Okay, well we can make this into standard form too. I'm going to leave this at 1/2 out here. This is a special product, which some of you might be able to do very quickly in your head. X squared plus 16x plus 64 plus 35. Now how did I do that? What does this mean? This means x plus 8 times x plus 8. And then when you FOIL it, you get that.
Oh, it's just like squared and then.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why you do the.
Y equals -1/2 x squared plus -8x plus -32 plus 35. I distributed the -1/2. Could you do minus? Sure, I don't care. And then you combine these two on the end. So your final answer is -1/2 x squared. Let's do minus 8x plus 3. That is standard form. So you've got to use these two forms to graph, and then you got to move stuff into standard form. I know.